Alright, so I have two 4R75, I have two 4R70Ws, my old one, and I was trying to lift it in the bed of the truck, dropped it, flipped it over, broke the bell housing, so I have a second one over there that was given to me because it was working and they needed to get it out of the shop. So I'm going to probably swap valve body around. It should be like a 98 or a 99, I believe. So it should be a one-for-one swap for the most part. But I'll get to check out the clutch pack quantities inside and compare this one to that one and go from there. So I got the pan off, and we go ahead and pull the valve body up. And I know I left out some plungers and other little things the last time I tore this apart. I'm surprised it even worked, but looks like I gotta swap the shift linkage around from this one to the other one because that one's missing the lever. I might even try scrounging up an analog range position sensor is what they call it, and I can feed that into the Megasquirt box and use that to determine what gear I physically have switched the transmission into. So I might actually get the manual lever 1 and 2 working correctly. I'm not going to do an overdrive delete. That's kind of dumb, but especially for a car. So we'll see. Hey guys, quick update. As you can see, pulled the guts out of this other transmission. There's the stack. So I swapped over the tail housing, went from the 4R70W to the AOD housing. Allows you to run the T5 yoke instead of the 4R70W yoke, which is larger diameter, outside diameter. T5 is like 1.5 inches. 4R70W is like a 1 5/8, I think. So I have both yokes, but the yoke I have on my old drive shaft is the T5 yoke. So just go ahead and swap the tail housings around. So now I'll be ready to go tomorrow. I'm going to figure out which sets of clutches I'm going to put all together as one unit and go ahead and load it all back into this transmission and then get my valve body put on it and check some things. So that's what I got. Just like that, video editing in time, transmissions put back together. So took the guts out of my old transmission here, took the guts out of the newer one, which is this stuff here, and stole all the good parts that I wanted to keep and put them into this guy. So this has got, I think it's like a stage 2 transgo, along with the J-mod, which is where you remove some of the springs on the 1.2 accumulator and the 2.3 accumulator, and you drill out some extra holes in the separator plate. So hopefully today I'll get this turd jacked up in the air and we'll start removing the 6R80. So yeah.